Good morning traders and welcome to today's live trading. Today is the 8th of August, it's a Wednesday unusually, and today as usual we are on the FTSE 100. The reason I'm doing it on a Wednesday this week is just because it's unlikely that I'm going to get any time Thursday, Friday, so I thought rather than miss the week completely, I've got a fairly free day today, so might as well try and do this today. So let me quickly run you through my band analysis for this morning. You can see we're just in the band around the 7700 level at the moment. We've got one up towards the 7750, so that's quite a distance. One above there going up towards 7800. The next one down below is actually all the way down at 7635, so there's quite a gap below as well, with some intraday levels in between. So yeah, that's where I've got my band at the moment. Not really expecting it to move past any of them. The trading range is not that good to move past all those, so we should encapsulate price within those. As far as potential trade setups go this morning, what I would like to see, with just under 10 minutes to the open, if price could maybe spike down into the low of this band as price opens and give me a buy signal straight from the off, I would like to take that. A couple of confluences for that, and if it does happen I'll run you through them. If that doesn't happen, as long as it's above this band, I'll be looking, I think, for a long. It definitely looks pretty good for a long from this band. And failing that, if it starts moving up, then obviously we've got this band here. It reacted really well there yesterday, and if not, the band above. Just neaten that. So yeah, that's what I'm watching for at the moment. I'm gonna go grab a drink and wait for the open. So I'll speak to you a little bit later on. Right, I don't often get a signal off as quick as this, but it's looking like we're going to get one here. The high of this is 9.8. Just wait for this to change now. 10, 11.2. Okay, trade submitted. So if this starts coming up now, we're using the 755 candle as an entry candle. What I said before is I might like to see price spike down below. Often price moves so quickly at the open, it'll do what you're looking for it to do, and as well make the other move that you were looking. It's not as slow moving as even 10 minutes after the open, really. So we're getting this spike down now. We're not triggered as far as I'm aware. Nope. So the order is above here for a long position. So if price does start coming up, then we'll get triggered into this one. So the reasons for taking this one, we've obviously got an unclosed gap towards this orange line here at 7718. And if I take you out to the 4-hour chart, we moved really nicely yesterday in a sort of bullish fashion. You can see making higher highs, higher lows, and doing that really well. We've just come into the 8 EMA on this 4-hour candle. This is the first test of it since its leg up, so it's likely it could find some support here. Also, just looking at the hourly, you can see a bit clearly, or clearer, sorry, the band that it's come into here. They've acted like steps almost. Move up to the next one, retest the last one, move up to the next one, retest the last one, and we've just come into this band here. It's not bang in line with the swing high from last time, which is why I said I'd like to probably see a spike down into the bottom of the band so that you get that test. But things don't always work as textbook as you'd like them. It's always going to be something that's not quite right with the trade. If you never take a trade because it's not 100% what you're looking for, then you're never likely to be in any trades. So, like I said, the order's in. We have had this spike down. Look, we've taken out this low. We have reacted a little bit. If price does start coming back down and closes below this low, then I'll just cancel this order. I'm not really interested in that. And if we do get a signal at the bottom of the band, then I'll look to take that one. But if it does start coming up now, as far as targets go, let's have a look. So this candle's 6, so we're looking at about 9 points risk. Up to the orange line is going to be about 7 points. So we're probably going to look towards the 200. If it does start moving up, potentially a move. I mean, this could get right up to the next band. We'll have to see. We're getting close to getting triggered now. In fact, there we go. So I'll bring the ticket across, and we'll see how this one runs. Okay, so we're just coming up into sort of the 9 points profit range. We're just getting towards that 200. I'm just a bit wary that we do have a little bit of a level here. I don't want to push this too much. So if I bring the ticket back across, what I think I will probably do is if we get any sort of spike up into it, I will just come out. I'm not looking to push this too much. It does seem to be struggling at 9. I'm going to close it at 9 there. Seems the most sensible thing to do. This is the level really. The 200 is a little bit higher, but if it gets there, it's either going to spike to get there, or we're going to push right through it. And in actual fact, this is going to be the step that price struggles with the most. And you can definitely see we're getting a reaction here already. It's so close to this previous day's close as well. That often can attract a reaction. It's only the previous candle that's closed through it. So if we were to see the price come down and maybe test the ATMA, I wouldn't be shocked. And that's not to say that the ATMA will break. But obviously if you're going down to test there, that's really, on the 5-minute chart, your first port of call for some support for the trade. So you'd like to see that further on in the trade if you were looking to run it a bit longer. So in this scenario, if we're looking to run it all the way up here, another 20 points, I would rather have seen price not have any problem with this level, the 200, maybe come up right to this level with ease, then retest the ATMA to look for support, and then go again. So just to interrupt before the end of the video, I just wanted to go over quickly what I'd mentioned there, in that if we were going to get a bigger move from the signal that we took, we would have wanted to see the ATMA test that I was talking about later on in the trade. So I think I used the example of up at this level or the 200. Now we covered something similar last week, but when you look back, the candle where I exited this trade, which was, I believe, this one, it almost looked like it was coming down towards the ATMA, but you can see after the fact it didn't actually touch it. We moved up from there, and then we did get a proper test of this ATMA. You can see we had a couple of pin bars up here. We came down a little bit and then bounced right from the ATMA up towards the target. Now I know it didn't quite reach the band, but if you've followed the channel for any period of time, you'll know that I usually set the take profits a little bit below this level anyway. So I can't guarantee that that's where I would have put it. I don't know, because I wasn't looking at it at the time. Looking across, I would have probably used this high, and that did in fact get hit. So I probably would have come out where this candle, just below where this candle finished. But it just goes to further show the point that we did get that ATMA test later on in the trade, potentially what was the last obstacle for the trade, and then you get that final push. So that's just something that's worth bearing in mind. If you're starting to see early signs of weakness, then maybe the trade's not got as much momentum in it as you was hoping, and you can sort of adjust your plan from there. It's difficult with this one because you can see nearly every one of these candles has lower pins, which means at some point they look like red bearish candles, which can sort of mess with your head a little bit. But you just need to look at the candles once they're formed, and sort of, objectively, with the thought of the trade that you're in, you don't include that. And looking at these candles in that way, yes, they've got lower pins, but they're all bullish. So on these 3 occasions, prices tried to move lower, failed, and actually moved higher, which is obviously a pretty bullish signal. And then as we get up here, this is where we get our first proper signs of weakness. We get a test of the ATMA, and it moves up. So just a little bit of food for thought. Back to old Luke. There we are. But a nice quick trade. It's 8.22. Closed out there for 9 points. The risk was about 1-to-1. I know I never actually put the stop in, but the stop would have been just down below the signal, so it would have been down about 9 points, and 9 points profit. So decent trade, nice and quick, 8.20. And I'll finish it there. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do leave a like on the video, and if you do like these videos, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week.